My name is Isla St Clair, and I, for all of my life, have been a folk singer, traditional Scottish songs, and also on television doing presenting and hosting. But my involvement with the International Commando Heritage Trust is quite extensive, goes back a long way to my uncle Sandy, Alexander Isla St Clair, who was a commando. He was already in the army in the 13th, 18th Hussars, and after Dunkirk, which he clearly survived, he came back and volunteered for this new unit they were setting up, which was the Commandos. And he was with John Durnford Slater, and they were the first commando unit ever in action, Commando number 3. And he was in HQ, and for our family, he was a huge hero. When he joined was, I think he was 18 or 19, and then he volunteered after Dunkirk, so he trained not far from here in one of the other centres. But he also trained a lot down south, because we have a lot of references to him training in Dover, in Largs, all sorts of places. So he was very unusual. The Army Commandos were a very particular unit, the best actually. And he'd gone through all the raids of Lofoten, Dieppe, Sicily, etc., etc. And then he was killed on D-Day. And of course that left his family bereft, absolutely bereft. And my mother, a talented songwriter and poet, she wrote this beautiful lament with him at the fore of our mind, but for all the boys, all the lads. There stands by yonder mighty ben a monument to commando men, silent braves, new engraves in lands beyond the sea. My mother, Zeta Sinclair, composed this lament after attending the unveiling ceremony of the Commando Memorial in 1952. Her brother Sandy was killed on D-Day, and the memorial brought a sense of closure and inspired her to write Lament for the Commandos. I've always sung it unaccompanied, and indeed she wrote it in just that fashion. Laddies bra, we are sae deep in debt to ye. Ah me, my heart is sair for ye. My heart is sair, sair for ye. It's important to everyone to know what these people did, and the International Commando Heritage Centre will have all the artefacts. So this is the moment now where we can set up a proper heritage, and for all those people who get no recognition actually, and have had not even allowed to say who they were a lot of the time. So wouldn't that be great? And the public would come in droves. I am absolutely certain of it. Would be successful in its what it would offer the public, and also to the area for some development and tourism, of course, and so on. I think it's a very good thing to put your money into. I've got all the artefacts of my uncle, a bar of soap. When he died, they give you all these things back, and I have them in my possession. The wallet, the army cards, all the different things that show what he did in the army. He actually was going to be a baker, but because of the Depression in 1936, he joined up and then, as I explained, 13th, 18th Hussars into the Commandos, and so found himself in France. I think, though, if he'd survived the war, he probably would have settled down south, and been working probably in British Telecom or something like that. But for him, it would have been very easy. He used to hike every weekend, and he was out. I know all of these things from my relations who, do actually remembered him. Always away camping, always away hiking, as were most young men at that time. There weren't televisions to watch. There weren't such things to do at the weekends as people do now, and certainly no money to be going out and eating. There weren't any places to eat except home. So he went away and did all these adventures in the beautiful countryside near our home in Buckie.